Greetings to everyone and welcome back as we continue our journey through this epic story. Today, we step into Chapter 7, Part 1, Fallback on Tawang. In the last chapter, we witnessed the Valley of Death, where silence, cold, and fire closed in on 7 Brigade. Now, we move to the next stage of the war, the desperate retreat toward Tawang. Friends, I hope you are following the storyline and feeling the weight of history as it unfolds. If you're liking these videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Your support means a lot. So, without further delay, let's begin Fallback on Tawang. October 1962. The Namka Chu Valley in Arunachal Pradesh stood on the brink of tragedy. Here, in this narrow corridor of mountains and mist, one of the darkest chapters in Indian military history was about to unfold. At the center was Brigadier John Dalvi. Though present on the ground, his hesitation left the brigade exposed. The Rajput, the Punjabis, the Grenadiers, brave men all, remained trapped in what soldiers would remember forever as the Valley of Death. 9 days had passed. 9 precious days to pull back, to redeploy, to save the brigade. But Brigadier Dalvi was denied permission by his superior, Major General Niranjan Prasad. The moment of truth came on 13th October. Dalvi held the chance to countermand those flawed orders, but he chose not to. Later, with painful honesty, he admitted, "I should not have accepted the order to defend all the bridges. It takes more courage to appear a coward than risk being killed." It was a confession that revealed the burden of command and the fatal hesitation that sealed the fate of 7 Brigade. By 18th October, the Chinese no longer bothered to hide. Mortars were dragged into place, targets marked openly, their soldiers mapping the valley with clinical precision. The signs of an impending strike blazed clear across Hathung-la Ridge. Yet, inside brigade headquarters, there was only silence. No reinforcements sent to the weakest positions. No exit plan drafted. No contingencies prepared. The men on the riverfront, Rajput and Grenadiers stretched dangerously thin, were left to stare across the foggy Namka Chu, knowing the storm was almost upon them. High above Dhola, the legendary Gorkhas of 19th GR kept vigil from their icy sangars at Tsangdhar. Hardened men, blades sharpened, kukris ready, they felt the weight of something closing in. But their commander, Lt Col B.S. Ahluwalia, saw it differently. Cautious not to provoke the enemy, he ordered grenades to be unprimed. His men, restless and alert, knew an attack was near. Yet their hands were tied by an order that demanded restraint in the face of certain danger. Before dawn on 20th October, the valley erupted. Chinese mortars tore through the silence, their fire raining down on Tsangdhar. The Gorkhas, unprepared, were thrown into chaos. Their 4 3-inch mortars silenced within minutes. Below them, on the riverfront, the Rajput were already pinned under a storm of fire. The battle for Namka Chu had begun, and 7 Brigade was walking into the jaws of destruction. Charlie Company of 2 Rajput stood directly in the path of the storm. Under Major M.S. Gambhir, they faced the full weight of the Chinese assault. Gambhir fell early, struck down while leading from the front. But even as chaos engulfed the line, courage refused to die. 2nd Lieutenant B.D. Dogra, bleeding and wounded, gripped his light machine gun and kept firing. Each burst of fire bought his men precious moments to fall back. Alone, defiant, he fought until the last strength left his body. By 7 a.m., Charlie Company had been wiped out. The Chinese tide now rolled against Alpha Company and Battalion Headquarters. Amidst the fire and confusion, Lt Col B.S. Ahluwalia, already gravely wounded, gave the order no commander ever wishes to give, a desperate withdrawal. His men tried to carry him on a makeshift stretcher, rifles and blankets tied together. But under relentless fire, survival came first. In the chaos, he was left behind. His turban was raised on a rifle stuck in the ground, a silent symbol of surrender, sacrifice, and tragedy on Tsangdhar Ridge. And with this, we come to the end of this part of our journey into the 1962 war. The courage, the sacrifice, and the tragedy of our soldiers remind us of the price paid in the Valley of Death. Friends, if you're finding this series valuable, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And for the PDF version of our notes, you can call on the number given on the screen. Thank you for being with us. Stay tuned for the next part. And until then, Jai Hind.